Oh, hi everyone. Where are we today? Well, let's see here. I'll give you a couple minutes to figure it out. What does that look like? Well, what does that look like? Oh, hi, doggy. I think that doggy lives right next door. Let's see if I can get him in. Yeah, that's a dog. He lives on the adjoining property over there. So, oh God, I hope I didn't make you guys just dizzy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Well, that's not a lake. That's right. We're on the Mississippi River. God. And I am alone here in the park. And I just went in the water for a little bit. I generally don't go in the river by myself, but it's really, really shallow right now. And I think that every other person with a clue left because the mosquitoes are so bad because of this low kind of standing water. So, get away! Get away! Can you imagine how beautiful this is going to be in just a few weeks with all of the leaves changing? All of this will be just beautiful. So where I am sitting right here on this picnic table, okay, so there's that picnic table down there. Let me show you that one. Okay, look down that path. I'm going to zoom you right there. There. And then this picnic table that I'm at right here, they're underwater when the Mississippi is cresting. All the way up there on that path where those concrete things are is all underwater in the spring when it's all full. And so to show you how dry we are, to go from over there where it's usually down here about 30 feet all the way down, all of this is generally underwater. These picnic tables are chained because they do remain underwater for quite a bit of time. And here I am, my toes. I have neuropathy really bad, so my toes are all cut up because I fall down all the time. I trip. And it appears that I fell asleep doing my toes last night, so I only got to 6 of my toes. I need to get all 10 of them done, but I stopped at 6 last night. Got eaten by mosquitoes here. So my plan of action is to read you this juicy affidavit of Amber Stavig because it gets in there to the exhibits that we keep hearing about. So I have all of my weaponry with me here. I'm sitting on top of the picnic table because if I sit at the table, then there's a lot of spiders and bugs and everything there, and I'm alone out here. So there's beautiful, beautiful homes on the ridge and stuff, and people come and go here fishing. And so I have my the stress relief, which is eucalyptus and spearmint from Bath and Body Works. That aromatherapy that really is an insect repellent as it is. And then I had to go for the hard stuff, so I have my insect repellent here, and I'm doused in it. And then my bear claw itching stick for my mosquito bites as I go. And I have a fly swatter to help with the mosquitoes. And so we've got all that weaponry. We've got my tea there, and a Sharpie, because we can't do anything without a Sharpie highlighter, a Sharpie pen. These are the only things I will write with. I love these Sharpie S gels. I will only write with black ink. If I write with pencil or blue ink, you can't, it's like I might as well not even written anything because you can't read it. Of course, here's my self-portrait, so we'll put her, let's get some footage of her in the air. Okay, so this is me. This is an actual artist rendition of me. It's not from Bath and Body Works or anything. It doesn't hold a hand sanitizer or anything. Yes. It's so sad because her ball doesn't light back up, so she's got a non-functioning nut ball there. So let's see here. Yeah, she's not gonna do it. She said, said nope. Isn't she beautiful? I love her. sans the purple hair, I would look exactly like this. And so then let's do some good, maybe I'll get a thumbnail of this. It'll be the crystal ball on the Mississippi River. The other one lives near the Crow River. With the one that doesn't have a crystal ball. So all the crystal balls are down here at the MISSISSIPPI. So that would be a really cool thumbnail if we get that. Ooh. And then let's see here if we do this. Okay, so check that out. Lights up. And look at how it makes it look like there's visions in the ball. You see that movement? How cool is that? I love this. There we go. So cute. And then, okay, check this out. You have to see this. I was out rock hunting with one of my kids. Out here in, that dog's just taking himself for a swim. He's hilarious. I had a dog like him when I was little, and his name was Hank. He looked exactly like that. So the person who has this property on the edge is a really cool piece of property. And I've seen this dog before do this, so I think he pretty much stays over there. So that's the boat launch. This is just a beautiful place. I didn't even know it existed until last year when I was looking for fall leaves. But when I was out looking for rocks and geodes and all kinds of stuff the other day, I was with my kid in a very, very remote area. Like, I was pretty sure it had never been touched by a human in parts of the areas, because I was finding such cool rocks, and they were all in areas where you could see that like a glacier had stopped. So it had piles of rocks and the mud, and then basalt, and some limescale, a really beautiful granite, and some mica that I found. And I'm out there just sure that no other human has ever been in the area, and I find this. What is this? Have you ever seen anything like this? Now, at first I was kind of excited because I was like, wow, what if this was like from a stagecoach or something, or primitive farm equipment that's metal? But it appears to be a more pliable thing, and I don't want to press too much, but it just doesn't look, I can't tell if it's metal and it's just softer because it's so old. Ew, get away from me, mosquito. Go away. I do not like you. I do not want you. And don't you think of going near my punch. It'll be the last thing you do. So yeah, if you know what this is, I can hear people. Jimmy, do you know what this is? Jimmy. I mean, is it a sign from Prince? I still haven't told you guys my Prince story. I'll have to tell you guys that story. That's for another day. Remind me. And then do you guys know what I'm talking about when I'm like, Jimmy, I hit it there, Jimmy. And Mommy ramblings when she ran over that poor little fawn because she was doing a live while she was driving and not paying attention, and she ran over this little fawn. And then she called her husband, and she was just screaming. She's like, Jimmy, it's not okay. And he's like trying to calm her down. He's like, it's totally fine. You know, you're fine. It doesn't appear that your car is damaged. You know, you're fine. Just proceed. Jimmy, it's not all right. I don't know. That mommy rambling is something else. I don't like the way she does her eyeliner either. Her and Michelle need to take some advice, just simple advice. Look at some TikTok things about how to do eyebrows. I did put on my community post a little tutorial for eyebrows that's really good. It's kind of the way that I have learned to do my eyebrows, because I don't know, from overplucking and stuff, from my overplucking weird. I could have put them on with like a Sharpie, like, you know how some people look like they have a Sharpie. I was just overplucking, so I had that, meth chick look with the overplucked eyebrows. So I've let them grow out, but still I just take a little pencil and just kind of fill them in the way that the video is that I put on my community post that I saw was a really good tutorial. And if you just heard that little splash, that was the fish came up for some air. It was just really beautiful and very private down here. I think I have at least an hour of sunlight, so we'll see. And this is something I find very beautiful. I don't understand what classifies a weed from a flower at times, because I think that's beautiful right there. And I really love the natural prairie flowers against the river, like this kind of picture. I love the way that the colors are layered within. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. I kind of feel like Bob Ross. I'd be like, all right, we're going to add some purple right here. We're going to do some purple right there. Right there. And some greens. We're going to shade out that green. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. How about some more purple right there? So, a little purple. Okay. So it looks like I've got my weaponry all set up. And without further ado, here we go. And I know that people who are, oh my God, you have your shoes on the, I will wipe everything down. I leave nothing behind. I will wipe everything down with Clorox wipes when I'm done. So I'm not a bad person. Okay? Despite what you've heard. Anywho, here we go. Oh, Lord. Not as flexible as I once was. Okay. But every once in a while, I'm as flexible as I need to be. Okay. So, this is the way that, Katie Joy could be. I'm telling you, she lives near beautiful, beautiful land. So she could do this, go out there, take her content, and let her little, well, he's not so little anymore, right? Just let him run around and have the fresh air while she talks about her channel. Okay? I'm modeling some good behavior. That cloud right there, well, it looks like airplane, like an airplane path. It's not. It looks like it's where two different clouds are coming together, and you see that here in the Midwest. We have some of the most beautiful cloud formations I've ever seen. And oh, there is somebody else over there. I don't want to freak them out. Okay, so yes, I've got all these mosquitoes. So anyway, I'm sure that this person over there thinks I'm a weirdo. I'm over here whopping around my mosquito, my fly swatter to mosquitoes, talking to myself on top of a picnic table at the river and holding weird things. All right, here we go. Okay. So where did we stop? Okay, until this mosquito goes away, honestly. Okay, so in part 15 here, in the state of Minnesota County, right where I'm at, we have the district court in the 10th Judicial District. And this is the affidavit of Amber J. Stavik. So that is the counsel for 7M. Put that right there for a second. Like, get rid of this mosquito. Okay. Look, mosquito. You're going to need to stop. Okay? You're just going to have to stop. Okay, so what we have here is it starts out and it says the state of Minnesota, the county of Dakota. Now, as I've talked about that, where I read this before, this is an error because it is not in the county of Dakota. The courthouse is in the county of Wright. We all know that, and it states that at the top. So once again, we have a case of somebody not proofreading, and well, that may happen, when you're writing something casually or whatnot. If you're being paid, $750,000 an hour, you need to make sure that you don't have errors like that, because it can look bad on your credibility, and a judge can, be really, a judge can scrutinize your work and say, this isn't quality work. What are you doing? And in essence, this is not factual because of this. So what it has then is that it says Amber J. Stavik being duly sworn deposes and states. And it has in here that she has attached here to Exhibit A, B, C, D, E, and F. Now, B and C, actually, A is the plaintiff's amended summons and complaint. B is a true and correct copy of process server Bob Yates' affidavit of service dated April 4th, 2022. 3 is Exhibit C, and it's a true and correct copy of comments to a post by defendant Katie Joy on August 23rd, 2022. Exhibit B is a true and correct copy of social media post from Katie Joy on or around August 23rd, 2022. Now be mindful of where we're saying August and we're not saying April, because she was well aware of the fact that Katie Joy was well aware of the fact that there was pending litigation for the defamation on April 4th, 2022. I think that's when she got the notification. So if you're continuing to post 6 months later and problematic posts dated August 23rd, that's 6 months after you've been alerted that there is an issue on content that you've already done, that's going to look really bad on her part, in that if all of this is seen as reckless, as we do believe that it is, me, myself, and I, and smart people, then she's not doing her, she's not listening to her attorney, who probably told her, there we go, there's a bird, she's not following her attorney's advice, because most attorneys will tell her to zip it. As we know, right now there's other YouTube creators who are in legal action against each other, and they are keeping quiet. They won't comment on it. If they're having a live or something and somebody brings it up, they will say, I can't comment on it, when it's all over I will, whatever. That's the way you're supposed to address it. You just don't. So we've got all of that here. Okay, mosquitoes. That's why nobody is here. This beautiful, I'm not going to be intimidated by these mosquitoes. Nope, I am not. I will spray another thing of this cancer-ridden DEET. Oh. Sometimes you just have to break out the DEET. Leave me alone. All right. Well, that all went in my lungs. Okay, so we have that. Now, it goes down and it goes Exhibit G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. And it has different things of what they are and explains them. And I may just, I don't know, I might take a picture of that and put it on my community post. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. But I just want to get right into it because we have some juicy things here. So this Exhibit C, we have right here, and it says that Exhibit C is a correct copy of comments to a post by defendant Katie Joy on August 23rd, 2022. So we have this as our Exhibit C. And it says, without a crystal ball, at 7:22, it says 4 of the dancers that previously had their management listed as 7M have changed their bios to new managers or are now representing themselves. In the past few weeks, Aubrey Fisher, Kyle Douglas, Concrete, and Gordon Watkins have removed 7M as their management company from their Instagram bios. All 4 previously were repped by the group. In a recent vlog from last week on Isaiah Shin's YouTube channel, the 7M group went to Universal Studio. The once huge crew was no longer. Kyle, Concrete, Gordon, Aubrey, and Alexandra were not in attendance for the event. Gordon's wife, Alexandra, still has her management listed as 7M. Something is going on, and it appears a group of the dancers are out. Kyle Douglas said on Instagram Live last night, that she is not a part of 7M any longer. Okay, and she puts these two right there, and it says under new, and then it also has a I'm sorry, these mosquitoes are just coming for me. Like I say, you just look around and you're like, why is nobody down here? It's so beautiful. Well, because of this. And so we look into this one, and it shows Concrete's Insta, and it shows Kevin Davis Jr., and it says artist, Oakland made, Sacramento raised. Musician, actor, model, and dancer. Business Concrete at KevinDavisScent.com. Okay? And so we have that. We have this printed by Katie Joy. And it's stated in this exhibit that, of course, this was... that was a loud noise. Oh, stop it. Mosquito, just give up. Okay. Do you hear that? I think it's that dog splashing around. I don't know. Are people diving? Look at that beautiful cloud. Oh, God. Oh, these mosquitoes are not good for my ADD. Here's this. Ah! I'll just see how long I can stand out here with these mosquitoes. I'm sorry for the interruptions. So then when we go over here, and like I said, okay, so now we've got this stated here, because it'll say right here, it says Tuesday, August 23rd. So 6 months after she was told not to. And it says here in the comments, Gordon Watkins. So Gordon Watkins must have replied to Katie Joy's posting. And it says, let me be very clear. This is a completely false narrative. Katie Joy answers. At Gordon Watkins. Okay, so this is my opinion. If you'd like to clear this up, I'm all ears. Actually, you're all forehead, but who's counting? All right. Anywho. And Gordon Watkins says, without a crystal ball, it's been cleared up. I just said it. Lol. Now, Katie Joy says, at Gordon Watkins, okay, but which part? Did I get it wrong that you left? The dance stuff is just my opinion based on what I see. Okay. Very, very interesting, because she purports herself to be a journalist. Well, a journalist imparts their opinion very, very sparingly, kind of like pepper and salt on the main dish, where you put out the facts in a way that makes it easy for the reader to absorb and understand, with a headline that catches the attention and the spirit of the post. Okay, you don't just put out there, if you want to be seen as a journalist, you don't just put out there that, you know what, I'm looking at this sky and I think it's red. That's my opinion and I'm sticking to it. You know what I mean? Yep, that cloud is moving. Okay. So then Concrete hops on this thread and says, without a crystal ball, says, whoa, did you just unblock me? Can you imagine her? She's just like fangirling out. Did you just unblock me? Whoa. Because look at how Gordon Watkins and Concrete both at the same time are writing to her. Because it says 7 hours ago. And Concrete says, at without a crystal ball, yeah, just to say, Cap, don't start shit that's not true on your page. Ooh. So I take it that Concrete and Gordon Watkins both were like, what is she doing? Now, and this was filed 9/30/22, so not quite 1 year ago. And remember, this was right around the time when I found that they had just gotten ready to settle. That there were settlement talks going on. I just found that in my thing, and I was like, wow. So she wants to sit there and say that nothing's going on, that the other side is so bad and everything. Well, nothing could be further from the truth. And that's what we're seeing the problem with her. So then we go over here, and Exhibit D has on it that it is, again, a post on or around that August 23rd, 2022. So a year ago, not this August. And Katie Joy states, "Oh, God, skills. Oh." It says, other accounts have enjoyed ridiculing, mocking, and bullying dancers in this story. I am not and will not be affiliated with any accounts claiming to be part of this story that have done this. Too many of these pages have created unnecessary drama. My team is behind the scenes. We care about this story. On IG, I'm solo. Period. Okay. What? If you want to be seen as a journalist, why do you write like this? And what do you have against periods? Look at this. No periods. Just this weird kind of writing. This is not how a journalist does things. So, she puts this here. And it says, I'm back to reporting on the 7M story and will continue. I have worked with a team since day one and will continue. I will continue to share what I learn, but I won't be partnering with any other pages on Instagram. I have a team behind the scenes on IG. I'm not affiliated with anyone, period. I do not co-sign bullying and mocking of dancers or anyone involved. Okay. What team does she have? Have you ever seen her team with her? Now, we have Exhibit E. And this is again in this August 23rd time period, almost a year ago. And Katie Joy writes, update. A judicial determination in a lawsuit filed against WOACB by Robert Shin. No! Mosquito was just biting me. Miranda Derrick and James Derrick has not gone in their favor. Oh, my word. Okay. I'm going to have to go back and see what that date is of that email that I just popped up there where they were talking about a settlement. She creates her own narrative. Okay, I have 3 mosquitoes trying to eat me at once. I am not a frickin' buffet. I have this kind of blood type where mosquitoes just love me. And their bites are really difficult to deal with because they get real hivey. Go away. You can only use so much heat. According to a scheduling order in court on July 18, 2022, all discovery requests were due to the opposing party by August 5, 2022. WOACB, through our attorneys, timely served discovery requests on the plaintiffs on August 5, 2022. The plaintiff did not serve WOACB with any discovery requests by the deadline. On August 8, 2022, a letter sent to the court by 7M's attorney requested an extension of time for discovery. This letter was not served to WOACB until August 12, 2022, a week after the deadline. So, clearly, as you can see, I am not picking and choosing. I went back to the courthouse 3 times and have printed off things at different times to ensure that there is nothing that I am leaving out. That if there's anything that was just filed, if there was anything that didn't print off, if there was anything that was confidential and then released, just to be sure. So the other night I spent another hour going through everything and making sure that I have everything in order and making sure that duplicates are duplicates and nothing is added, because she is doing this. She takes things out of text. I believe in total transparency when it comes to situations such as this. I believe that the time for the truth is always convenient. and that there should be full disclosure. If she's going to go to these lengths to talk about these things, then she needs to give the whole story, and she doesn't. And then that's when people run, and then this false narrative is created. Who wins? She wins. And the court of public opinion doesn't know what's going on, and they don't care to look further, so they believe what somebody else said and go with it. And I hope that by my efforts, I am showing you that there is a lot more going on, and she's not telling the whole story. She is picking and choosing what she wants to refer to. And it's just not being honest. I don't know. Maybe dishonesty is the thing around here, because I'm getting a lot of hate, losing a lot of subs, so. But I would rather have a few subs who are quality people that believe in the truth and support the truth than to have what she has any day. Because people who lie tend to hang around with people who lie, and I don't like liars. Nonetheless, it says the judge determined that no extensions for delays can be granted without a motion for delay. No such motion was ever filed by 7M. WOACB disputed their request for a delay because the delay was requested after the deadline. Since April 2022, the plaintiffs have made no attempt for... Ow! Oh, sorry. This yellow jacket went right in my ear. Ow. Get away! Ow, 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 ow. Get away. Oh! Can't you smell my eucalyptus? Oh, Lord, I'm going to have to wear earmuffs when I'm out here. You know, because it's just like this. Why should you spend your time inside an office looking out at this beautiful outside? Because you don't want to become a buffet of frickin' bunch of bugs. Oh. Okay. I think I got stung. I think I got stung in my ear. Ouch. All right. We'll deal with it. I've got EpiPens if I need them. Okay. Katie Joy sending the mosquitoes in yellow jackets. You know it. So anywho, it says, since April 2022, the plaintiffs have made no attempt for discovery to try to prove their case against WOACB. Without an extension of time, the plaintiffs will not be allowed to seek any discovery from WOACB for their case. A judge is still yet to rule on our motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim, among other reasons. The order is due by the end of August. Wow. As you can see, these are exhibits to the court, and they are filed by Amber Slavik, aka Xena Warrior Princess, attorney for the 7M. And you can imagine what her and her office are probably doing when they're watching this, and they're going, really? Well, that just added a few more dollars to the settlement offer. Because they were talking about a settlement at this time. Notice how she doesn't note that. So then we go over here to Exhibit F. And this is another one. If the plaintiff had any concern about what she's saying being true, I doubt that they would have taken these and taken them into exhibits, turned it into an affidavit, and filed it with the court. So we have here Exhibit F. And Katie Joy writes, most interestingly, many people have reached out to OACB to share that several of the dancers no longer have 7M listed as their management company. Could some of the dancers be leaving the group? Ooh. Okay, and now she puts in something here. So it says, absent stipulation, any request to extend deadlines to the court must be done via motion. Okay, she circled this. Now, this was filed 6/8/22, so a month before this. And it says August 8th, Wright County District Court, Civil Division. Regarding 7M Films Incorporated, Robert Shin and Miranda James Derrick versus Catherine Mansky Paulson without a crystal ball, court file, blah, blah, blah. It says, Dear Court Administrator, a scheduling order was issued July 18, 2022, which states discovery was to be completed by August 5th, 2022. Our office attempted to contact the court via phone and email several times after the scheduling order was issued, and we have not received a call back to discuss. Judge Michelle Davis's order regarding the motion to dismiss is not due until the end of August, and defendants have not yet served an answer on this matter. As there has not been an answer served in this matter, plaintiffs respectfully request an amended scheduling order be issued, which allows both parties to complete pleadings and gives more than 3 weeks for the completion of discovery in this matter. If there are any questions or concerns, please contact our office. Thank you. Did you guys see what I just read? Wait a minute. Let me see here. The reason why this hasn't been out there is because, remember, they're doing everything they can to get the protective order. And so all of that is going on in addition to the possibility of a settlement. But, let's leave those facts out. The sun is going down. Isn't it beautiful? You just hear that? Do you hear nature? I think we're hearing the cicadas. I'm just letting you guys see everything. I just think it's so beautiful out. I'm just so lucky to be here. I'm lucky to have you guys with me. So she wrote on here in very big letters. I gotta get you back out of Zoom. Ugh. It says Shin and 7M missed discovery deadline. She puts this big thing in there. So this is okay. If this didn't serve as the biggest case for why they need the protective order, I don't know what would. This probably sealed the deal. The judge might have been wavering on whether or not they were going to issue the protective order, and then they see her doing this, and they're like, yeah, done. Because writing things like this while you're in the middle of litigation is ignorant. It is absolutely, completely ignorant. Now, with that being said, we've got company here. Somebody's going to go for a little evening boat ride. So, she's now reporting on herself, and I think that this gives a very, very responsible introspection into how she does all of her reporting. She doesn't tell the whole story. She doesn't cite her sources. Yes, she has this, but this is one page out of many. and she's not saying the truth as to why. Now, remember, there was the transfer from the old courthouse to the new courthouse, and basically I do believe that the phone was down, where they were transferring over all of the computers and phones and whatnot. So if there was a time where phones were not answered, I do believe that's where, and then I don't know at what exact point they changed judges, but that could be that part. And so for the calls to go unanswered, I could see that at the courthouse level, but we'll see. Okay, so then we go 7, and I have had to handwrite all of these page numbers on here and go through and make sure that everything is right, because it's such a mess. So now this is more of what Katie Joy did, because this is Exhibit G. So Exhibit G goes in and shows, go over here to G. It is more of what Katie Joy, I think that our national bird in Minnesota is the mosquito, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so Exhibit G is yet another one of her posts. And so she puts this picture of them up there. And so she's creating this. She's continuing to add to the complaint. And she writes in here, so this is how it looked. It's the same post where she's saying that 4 of the dancers had previously had their management listed as 7M, okay? And look at how cocky she is. My God, she tags 7M Films and 7M. Oh my God. And she tags the Shekinah Church. Wow. She did that. She may not have a crystal ball, but she has balls. Now, this person says, any news about Miranda? And it says, in Sid City Customs, LV says, it seems like Miranda is also seeing her mom and grandma. Could they be covering for 7M? Hopefully they're all just waking up after being brainwashed for so long. Wow. That's when I believe there was all of that talk about Miranda coming home for the funeral or not coming home. I think that for anybody to add this much to a complaint like this, that level of disrespect for the court and the process that they're undergoing is going to look really bad for her. I am going to put this part away, and I will continue this episode from inside where there's no mosquitoes. And I gotta go check out what I got stung by in my ear. I wonder if you guys are going to be able to hear that, because it was sure loud in my ear when it came. And then I just... I'm wearing black, so I shouldn't look like a big flower to a bee, but who knows. My white skin could have made him think that I was some big, I don't know, white. What kind of flower is big and white? So thank you for joining me on this beautiful night. I'm going to keep letting you guys see as much as I can while I pack up everything here. I love these river rocks too. Don't you just love the sound of nature? Isn't that just peaceful? And of course you hear kids screaming in the distance. There's no playgrounds or anything, so it's probably the neighborhoods back, and the sounds just carry. I'm going to put you right here like that. Oh, it says a thing just came through that said that Krishan Rock gives birth to... I didn't know that Krishan was pregnant. Yeah, go there and make your little solo appearance. Bugs. Oh! And it's funny because, you know, gee, how did bugs get their name bug? How did the term bugging? You're bugging me. Because of bugs. Oh. Do you feel like you're camping when you're out of this episode with me? I'm gonna get my big scratcher, my crystal ball. Oh. You hear that? Gotta get my weird treasure. Get my mosquito stuff. Oh. Oh. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming out and spending this night on the river with me. Mosquito. I was going to wash my vehicle tonight, but I don't think I'm going to get to that. Oh. So here's one more look around. We'll go down as far as we can. I'll just take you on the river bend. As far as I can. For as long as I can. And then I'll come back up with my Clorox wipes and wipe everything down. Oh. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, there's really beautiful places around here. Okay, we'll go down here. We'll go down and we can... I think those are cicadas. Oh! Ah. Beautiful, beautiful, isn't it? What do you guys think of all of the ridiculous drama on YouTube right now? I think that more people should have gotten out and looked at the sky and touched some grass. Maybe sniffed some crayons. Because too many people were sitting there screeching about somebody all day, and then to find out that they possibly made up so much of the drama that there are no corresponding police reports to the supposed assault of one person's daughter. Trying to reserve judgment, but the facts are the facts. I was just so sad last night to hear it all that I was like literally sick. I just feel, I don't know. I guess that you could say we all feel played, maybe. It's the biggest way to put it. So, anyway, here's one final look at the beautiful river bend in the sunset. Sorry I can't keep you longer. I'm just getting eaten alive. This is the boat launch. And I go here pretty frequently. I try to go to at least the river and lakes. I don't know, 2 or 3 different ones a week. I mean, there's 10,000 or so to look for them. So, all right. I'll let y'all go. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the scenery as much as I did bringing it to you. Thank you. Bye-bye.